Just when you thought it couldn't get more protocol-y, Andrew Huberman has released several new ways that you can master your own biology as if we needed more protocols. He just released an episode and called the year of 2025, the year of mastering your anterior cingulate cortex, which he sums up in a tweet that it's basically doing hard things which will make you stronger, which I think is like the basis of all his other protocols as well. A concept called hormesis, which has been written about extensively probably since the Greeks. But there's actually a really important message to what he is saying, a theme which binds everything together, and I'm going to call it physiological bypassing. Now, if that term seems somewhat familiar, it might be because I wrote a book several years ago called The Enlightenment Trap about spiritual bypassing, where people get spiritual ideas in their heads, like God wants you to do X, Y, or Z, that bad things happen to good people because it's ultimately God's plan, or like the reason why you broke up with your girlfriend was because Mercury is in retrograde. Yeah, that's spiritual bypassing, and it's incredibly infuriating. But what we're seeing now with Huberman is a new iteration of this, which is physiological bypassing, as if the things in the world that are out there are irrelevant as long as you can master your inner physiology, your mindset, your inner strength, and build yourself up to be a Hubermensch. Here's another tweet of his that I provided a screenshot of. Here we are. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, this showed up yesterday during the presidential inauguration. Now, it was a pretty controversial moment, the inauguration. Elon Musk did a Nazi salute. The president imposed 25% tariffs on Mexico, which will undoubtedly spark inflation. We have the undoing of climate policies, the removal of the WHO, the threat to get out of NATO, the firing of knowledge base of our civil servant architecture, the undoing of green initiatives like canceling all solar contracts and saying that green energy should be shut down. Yeah, this was a bad day. People were pretty upset with good reason because society was in trouble. Now, and this was Huberman's take, and I think this is really, really relevant here because he is saying it's a very limbic day for everyone, no exceptions. Now, limbic, he's talking about the limbic system. He's talking about the way you control your emotions. He's saying, hey, people are really hot and bothered. You need to control yourself. That's the message here. But the thing is, sometimes the world can actually be in trouble, and you need your limbic system to start addressing the actual threats that are going on. And Huberman's physiological bypassing, this idea that we can all be, I don't know, secular monks, totally in charge of ourselves, is an excuse for you not to be active in society at large. It is an excuse for you to sort of just say, hey, okay, everything's okay. I don't need to worry about the political situation. If people get hurt, if people get put in prison, if our economy fumbles, it doesn't matter. I can control my mindset. That is the same thing as what was written about in the Enlightenment Trap, the cults around the world who believe that with their spiritual prowess, that will change the world. Well, here's the thing. It ain't going to change the world. You master your own interior self, and the world will continue with whatever crazy crap that it gets up to. And if you actually want to do something and actually participate and leave a mark on this world, get active and get organized. The last thing I want to say is I put a video out yesterday was saying, let's be human again. And I think this is an important message because we have spent so much time on social media thinking that social media matters that we are no longer hanging out with friends. And I would like to invite you to go out and meet your neighbors if you haven't met them, because we need more interactions with actual real people who disagree with us on things, but also people who probably agree with us on others. Social media is the death of us. And when we get so sucked into social media, we become solipsistic and we start believing that only our internal physiology matters. Get out and talk to someone in the community. From Poke Bear LLC in Denver, Colorado, this was my back channel.